Hi everybody, my name is Oleg Maximyuk and welcome to my channel. I've been online since maybe I am 12 years old or something like that, and I've created a lot of different content. I had an old YouTube channel. I've been posting pictures and videos on Instagram and stuff, but I feel like I've never sit down like this and just talk about myself, in a sense that I didn't tell you the story of my life. There are a lot of details, a lot of different experiences and situations that I would like to share with you. Today, before I started filming this video, I've talked with my therapist and I said that I created this picture online about me, my personality, and I don't feel that it's enough. I don't think that's the real me. I am a very interesting person, honestly, and I had a lot of different stuff going on in my life, and I have a lot of thoughts to share. But I said something here and there, and in general, it just didn't make sense. That's why I wanted to sit down, make this video and literally tell you the full story of my life, so then we can share with you more, get to know each other more. And I see your comments all the time that you want to watch more videos, but something about me feels not okay. When I turn on a camera, I automatically start to act a little bit different that I act in my real life, which is okay, I guess, in some kind of way, but I just don't feel comfortable. I feel like YouTube channel is something that if I want to make a video, I want my full personality be in the video. Also, some thoughts that we discussed with the therapist is, what is the message? Why do I want to make YouTube videos, and why am I online in general? I want to create some kind of community of people who have the same system of beliefs, kind of the same interests, kind of the same points of view on life. And I just want us to be kind of in the same place, supporting each other and just having fun, you know? Because as a 22-year-old guy, I feel like I have created tons of amazing memories, experiences, things in my life that I was dreaming about. And I just want someone out there who feels the same way, who feels like they want to grow in life, they want to evolve. They have someone who is talking about this experience, because not a lot of people do it. If you want someone in your life who is talking about dreams and chasing them and creating the life of your dreams and just living the best way you can subscribe to my channel. And let's be in this game together. Okay, my phone storage was full. Now I think we're good. Have any question about my life, feel free to leave the comments, because I will probably make the next video answering your questions. I will for sure forget a lot of details that I wanted to talk about. What should we start with? My name is Oleg. I was watching Two Broke Girls 2 days ago because I remembered that I love this series. And there is a character and his name is Oleg, and I was wondering how it sounds in English, so I turned on English version and they basically say it like that, Oleg.
Thanks, Oleg.
My birthday is August 27, 2001. I'm a Virgo. My ascendant is it ascendant? Fuck. Ascendant. My ascendant is Leo. I was born in Ukraine, in the smallest region, which is called Chernivtsi. And I used to live in a small village that was near this city. Probably I'm not gonna talk about a lot of details of my childhood, because there are just like some memories, but there is nothing specific that I want to say. But I want to highlight some things as a Jetix cartoon channel. H2O, just add water, Lazy Town, The Lord of the Rings, PS2, Ninja Turtles game, and Teddy Carrot Juice. Oh, and also Sims 2, Korovka, candies, and this ice cream. Oh my god. These are some of the things that I used to adore during my childhood, And probably the only thing that I can say about my childhood is that it was amazing. Like, honestly, thank you to my family, to my grandparents. It was a dream. I was the happiest. Of course, I had some trauma and I had some bad situations, but first of all, thank you to therapy that I almost don't have any bad memories from childhood. Now I switched them with positive ones. And second of all, of course, you don't remember bad things as much now. Basically, all of my childhood I spent in one small village, which is near Chernivtsi, as I said, where my grandpa and my grandma have a house. We all used to live there, and then my mom got married the second time, and we moved to that house. I'm sorry for these details. My mom don't understand English, but I hope she don't mind that I leak her private information. So yeah, she got married and we moved to that house when I was about 4 or 5. In that village, I went to the kindergarten for 1 year. And as I turned 6, I got to the school to my previous village where we used to live and where my grandparents have lived. That was kind of a journey because I had to go from one village to another every day to go to school. I think till 4th grade, my mom used to take me to the school by car because she used to work in the city, but then she quit or something and I had to go by myself by bus. It took me like 1 kilometer walk to the bus station, then a bus to different village, and then I had to walk a little bit to the school till 11th grade. That was insane. And now we're moving to 2013 when I discovered YouTube and the first YouTubers ever. The first YouTuber I have ever watched in my life was JC Kalen, and then the whole O2L house thing. And also I remember the first video I have watched of him. It was like something a day in my life. I rewatched that one probably like 10,000 times. I was 12 and since then I was like, maybe I want to be a YouTuber. I like these things. My first ever video was maybe like lip singing to One Direction song or something. Unfortunately, I don't have it. Didn't know how to edit. I was just pressing the music and the video button at the same time and I would just like sing, pretend that I'm doing something. I remember I watched a lot of tutorials of how to become a YouTuber and a lot of people were saying that become a YouTuber when you are at least 16 and I was 12 or 13 at the time. I was like, no, I can't wait. I want to do it right now. So I created my own channel and started making videos. Then when I was 14 years old, I got my first paid job. My grandpa had 40 years high school reunion, I guess, and they wanted to capture that moment. And at that time, I bought my first ever camera with my own money. And it was a lot of money, I remember. It was Canon S120. Right now, I don't have it, unfortunately, because it was stolen, but that's not the case. I had my little camera and I filmed the whole thing. I took a lot of pictures and the little detail that I remember is that I got CD discs and then I bought CD disc boxes. I printed the pictures of my grandpa's classmates and I made them, like the real CD discs. Oh my god, I was 14, that's insane. I filmed, edited, and made those discs by myself. That's insane. And also I was paid very well. I remember that was like really big money for me at that time. Then later on, I think my parents opened a little bar cafe near our house. And the reason I'm saying this is because that was a quite traumatic moment for me. I remember when I visited my mom in Denmark last summer and I said, Mom, I don't think that my childhood was traumatic or something. Like, I'm not mad for anything, but that bar thing was intense. Because I used to work there as a bartender, waiter, cleaner, and for me as a teenager, spending time with those drunk people was not what I wanted to do. But I had to be in a family business because I had to help. And also, I had a lot of money from that. Like, not a lot, but I just felt really comfortable with going out with my friends or buying whatever I want because I had money. So I was around 15, 16. My teenage years were going by. Also, I was modeling at that time, and I always take things very seriously. I always try to find a passion of mine, things that I would like to do for my whole life. There was a time when I tried to be a model, and when I was 16, when I visited my grandma in Italy for the first time, I found a photographer online because I wanted to be a professional model, and I knew that Milan is the capital of fashion and I had to have a shoot here. I was studying in school. During the night I was filming and editing my YouTube videos. And oh my god, the way I loved movie theaters, the same as I do right now. I had this one friend that we just had this, oh my god, when I remember this, I wanna cry because that was like the best times ever. We used to buy pizzas, a lot of candies, juices, popcorn, bring all to our houses and watch movies all night long. I don't know why this special moment with this friend feels like such a cozy time of my life. We used to watch all these Marvel movies, going to movie theaters to watch new Marvel movies, eat this double cheese popcorn, which is the best popcorn ever. I still didn't find the cheese popcorn in Italy. I think they don't have it. That's so stupid in my opinion. And then there was a graduate year when I was 16. That year was so crazy. I had my whole week, every day was scheduled with something. It was either history tutor, Ukrainian language tutor, English tutor, or gym. And I was honestly so happy about that because I love organization and I love being busy. But I also remember that I had a lot of argues with my mom about that topic because I almost was never home and she was like, where are you? You're never home. But you know, as a teenager you have tough relationships with your parents. That's why I wanted to be out of home all the time. Also, we had this high school graduate dance thing. Come on, be my baby, come on. And I had the best costume ever that we picked with my mom on my graduation. It was so beautiful, I think. And honestly speaking, my relationships with mom were so bad at that time that I had such a big motivation to move out because I couldn't handle that. I always wanted to do things my way. I wanted to make YouTube videos. I want to be a model. I wanted to stay up all night and all this stuff, and we just didn't match with these things. I wanted to go out like to fancy cafes all the time. So yeah, I graduated high school in 2018 and that was the time when I was like, okay, what's next? What university degree I want to have? Because honestly, I knew since the beginning that whatever degree I will choose, I will probably not work in that department. So when I was choosing the university and the degree, of course I chose one of the best universities that we have in our city. It is a very beautiful and old university, which kind of reminds me of Hogwarts. So when I was choosing the major, I knew that it has to be something connected with languages because I knew English pretty well. And I found this major that was called International Relations and I was like, it sounds pretty, how do you call it? Like pretty chic. International relations. What the fuck is that? I had no idea, but I was like, they have English, it sounds good, so that's how I chose my major. And thanks to my mom that I am so independent because I remember that I was literally doing everything by myself. I remember collecting these documents for the university, going to university. I don't even know how did I do it? I was literally doing all by myself. So I got to university by myself, I gave them the documents, then I got a letter a month later that you can study with us. And then after that, even more important topic for me was moving out because I wanted to live by myself so bad. You remember the village that I said that I spent almost all of my childhood before moving to another one where my grandparents live? So they have this area with their house in it, and then they built another house, probably for me, I guess. I don't know what was the reason. And somehow we discussed with them that I can move in there because it's closer to university and I want to live by myself, all these things. It was very close to September 1st. The house wasn't ready yet. I mean, interior wasn't ready yet. I remember painting the walls by myself in kitchen because I wanted to make the process faster. We bought all the furniture with my mom, with my grandma. Then August 27th, I turned 17, and August 30th, I moved to my own house, I guess. I moved to a house that wasn't ready yet. There was no bathroom at all. There was no sink in the kitchen. So for 2 weeks since I moved, I had to bring my plates and wash them in my grandpa's house and take a shower there. But I didn't care. I just knew my goal. I wanted to live by myself. I didn't care about the conditions. I just wanted to live by myself, as well as right now. Do you remember my previous vlog? I was like, no matter what conditions are, I just want to move out. Oh my god, my life is crazy. And since then, my very adult, interesting, full of different experience life started since I moved. September 1st, I got to the university for the first day. There were no classes, but just like, you know, the greeting or whatever the word is, the celebration. The opening day. I got a little bit tired of talking because I'm filming for like 50 minutes now. Let's continue. I was 17, I was studying, and at the same time I decided to create my own business. I wanted to make my own clothing brand, and that's what I did. Besides, I didn't make my own clothes. For the beginning, I thought like, well, I'm not gonna be able to make my own clothes because that's too hard. I came up with this idea to ask my grandma to buy things in Italy, like in H&M, Zara, different hoodies and sweaters, send me them to Ukraine, and I will sell them. That was my business idea. But again, the amount of details and like amount of passion I was giving to everything that I've done. I have the whole vlog on my old YouTube channel, how I was creating the brand, how much I was doing to open the online store. I was very dedicated and I'm so proud of that. So that was my next job. I was a startup guy. What is the name? Businessman. I was entrepreneur. Around 6 or 7 months I was doing that. Then I was like, well, something is not working out for me. I don't feel like doing that. So I just quit. I quit my own startup. And now more about my university life. It was also pretty cool because after the first semester, we made a little company of friends, and some of them I'm still friends with. You know Tanya? She's my best friend and we used to study together. That's how we met each other. So yeah, we had this company of friends. We were having a lot of fun. We were visiting my house, drinking, partying, talking all night long, driving around when I got my driver's license. We traveled together to a couple of different cities. Also a lot of footage on my old channel. Overall, it was so amazing experience, and as I said, I always knew that I will not be working with the department that I was studying, but I still wanted to have this university life, and I can say that I had it. It was cool. But starting from the second year, I was not visiting university a lot because as my business didn't work out, I still wanted to find myself in life, find my purpose in life, and make money. I was just hanging around thinking what I would like to do. And in 2019, I met this guy, his name is Dima. And from this moment, the new chapter of my life has started. Because it was like from the beginning till I'm 16 years old when I used to live with my parents. Then from 17 till 18, peak of my university life. And then from 18, 19 till 21 is the next chapter of my life. Oh, and one thing that I forgot to mention, the TV show that is called 90210, Beverly Hills New Generation. This TV show, I can call it my favorite TV show of all time because the way it saved me in my teenage years is insane. I think that I wouldn't be alive. With all my argues with parents and teenage crisis, teenage drama, this TV show just saved me. And at some point, one of the main characters got this job of personal assistant, and she was working with some popular actress or something. And I was like, well, this kind of applies to what I would like to do right now. I would like to work with some cool person, managing helping him out with all of his stuff. Sounds like something cool, interesting. And we were chatting with Dima online, and at some point I was like, well, I'm looking for a job. I would like to be kind of personal assistant, manager. And he said, well, I'm also looking for a manager right now. Things were going by. One time I went to Minsk for the first time to meet him. We had a photo shoot, we were hanging out, we were discussing some things. Then in August we met again in Kiev. And since then, my life was in Minsk and in Chernivtsi, because I was flying back and forth all the time, balancing between working, finding myself, and studying. Then it was the beginning of 2020, and of course you know what happened during that year. Fortunately for me, in March of 2020 I was in Minsk. The COVID came around and everyone were like, you need to go to your own countries, you have to leave. Second thing about me is that I never cared too much. I was just like, okay, I am enjoying here. I don't really care what everyone else is saying. I'm just gonna do my thing. So basically I got stuck in Minsk because of COVID. And that was the first time that I spent there like 4 or 5 months in a row. I don't remember the exact timing, but I got back to Ukraine at some point. Then went back to Minsk, made the normal documents that allowed me to stay in Belarus for a long time. And since then, I can say that I moved there. We were working together, experienced tons of different experiences, meeting a lot of different people. I'm not gonna get into details too much. I'm just gonna say that in 2021, we moved to Moscow together. We were still experiencing and working and doing all of that stuff. It was also one of the best times of my life. It for sure will be in my core memories forever. And then in June 2022, everything kind of has changed. I decided to visit my grandma once again in Italy. The things were happening with me, with my new perception of how I would like my life to be, what I want to have in my life. And the days were going by, the weeks were going by, and I was like, I just felt that I am ready and I need a new chapter. Here are probably still some people that follow me since those times, and there is literally almost the whole documentation of that period of my life on Dima's channel. Also super grateful that there is these videos. I'm starting to losing my voice because I think I talk for like 2 hours now. Again, there are a lot of details, but I just don't feel like I want to share it here. So I don't want to disvalue, is that the word? I don't know. I don't want to disvalue anything that happened and not giving enough time or credit speaking about it right now. But honestly, that's just the experience that I want to keep with myself. And shortly speaking, I felt that that chapter had to end. The times were crazy, and basically, yeah, I decided that I'm staying in Italy. I didn't want to come back to Moscow. I couldn't come back to Ukraine, so that was my only option, I guess. I don't really like to say I'm the type of person, but I can say that I'm the type of person that is not worrying too much about basic things. I didn't think about documents, I didn't think about place where I'm going to live, how I'm gonna work here. I didn't care. I just felt that something is working with Italy for me. So let's just move with the flow of my life and see where it's gonna bring me, because that's how everything happened with me in the past. When I moved out, when I got to university, when I started my business, all the chapters, I just felt like I'm going with the life, I'm trusting my life, I am looking for my happiness, so I'm willing to do the best. I moved to Italy, we can say in June 2022. What the fuck is wrong with the dates? Was it 2022? I think it was 2022. I had been living with my grandma, and that year in general was so crazy. I can't even explain how much the things I went through during that year, during last year. There were a lot of ups and downs all the time. I started a lot of new things. I went to my first Milan Fashion Week in life. I was so scared. I had no idea what I'm doing. There is the whole story on my Milan Fashion Week video. You should check it if you want to know the details. Since then, I had the new perfect scenario, perfect picture of my life that I want to live, and I started going that way to my new scenario of my best life. Oh my god, I can't believe I said you all the story of my life. That's insane. Because now we are here. I am 22 years old. I live in Milan. I'm a content creator. I want to move with the flow. I want to be a good content creator. I want to work with different brands. I want to create my own brand or open a business one day, you know, attempt number 2. As of now, I feel really happy, grateful, blessed, and very excited about this chapter of my life. I am still just starting my life. I'm only 22 years old, but now, as you've heard my whole story, I hope you watched till this point of the video, you know that I've been through a lot of different stuff. 2023 was much better, especially the summer. I think I've never visited this many cities and countries in my life in 1 year and in general. Now you know basically the whole story of my life, but I think I've said like this much of all the details. I think I've never reviewed all my life in one session. And now as I look at my life, I'm like, oh my god, how much things has happened and how much is gonna happen in the future. God knows what. Long story short, I want to be successful content creator, have my own business, and then have family with 2 or 3 kids and a house and a couple of dogs and a couple of cats. But I don't know what's gonna be tomorrow. Oh, it sounds so dramatic, and yeah, but my life is dramatic in a good way. I love my life. I love my life. I guess I've said everything that I wanted. I hope you liked it. I hope you got to know me better. And yeah, again, just welcome to my life. I really appreciate your existence in it. So yeah, oh, it's so dark. Leave the comments, please, for the part 2. Or maybe there is not going to be part 2, but I'm just gonna try to express myself and my thoughts, opinions in all the different videos. But leave the comments, leave the questions. I am going to answer them somewhere in the future. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for your support. I will see you next time. Bye. Thumbnail. No. Thumbnail. The amount of grammar mistakes I've made in this video and just mistakes in general, I am impressed. I'm sorry. Bye. Love you.